Hey friends, I'm Andrea and my friend Grace Ann and I have this channel called G&A for Today, and if you've seen our videos before, you know that we are two best friends living a faith-based lifestyle and documenting it. Make sure you watch last week's video where we give 5 different tips of how to keep your friends accountable. This week, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the intro, is a video about how to effectively read the Bible. We know that a lot of people are trying to be better about reading their Bible, and I mean, it is in February now, and those New Year's resolutions probably haven't held till this long. So hopefully this video will help you all be better about consistently reading your Bible. Just a disclaimer though, before we get into this video, I had already filmed my portion of the video. If you've seen our videos before, you know that it's normally Grace Ann says something, I say something, back and forth, back and forth. Well, I had already filmed my portion of the video, and then Grace Ann got sick and had to go into the hospital. So I'm here filming her portion, so it's gonna be going back and forth of me in different clothes. So don't get confused, but please do be in prayer for Grace Ann. She's still in the hospital, but it doesn't look too concerning, but please still be in prayer for her. Now, on to the video. So, my experiences with reading the Bible and studying the Bible is, I feel like I never really read the Bible myself and enjoyed it myself until high school, probably. I became a believer way before, but I never really sat down and read the Bible. And even whenever I would do it in high school, I found that since I didn't have any sort of system or anything to go by, I kind of just did it for a week or two and then would stop, and then did it for a week and then would stop, did it for a couple of days and would stop, and I was just never really consistent. But when I was in college, I found more of a routine and more of a system that works for me, and I've really enjoyed this. It helps me with staying on track and doing it. But what I like to do is I will read books at a time, not in one sitting, but I will try to finish a book, and then once I'm done with that, I'll move on to another book. Not everyone's gonna be into that. Some people like reading some of the Old Testament, some of the New Testament, and some of the Psalms, but I like to just read a book at a time because I'm the type of person that can't read multiple books at one time. I can't watch multiple shows at one time and actually finish them in a timely manner. Like right now I'm trying to watch Grey's Anatomy and One Tree Hill, and it's hard for me. So I'm better at just sticking to one show and then finishing that. That's how I am with it when it comes to books of the Bible. I'm a lot better at finishing a book whenever I'm just focusing on that one book, and I find it's easier to study the Bible that way. But what I do is I will be reading through a book, and I just read it, and I have a pen with me, and I'll underline things that stick out to me and just really speak to me, and then I'll take some notes on a notebook after I've read it. I don't really take notes while I read, I take notes after I read it. And so I basically read it twice. And then, so I take the notes on it, and then after I'm done taking notes on it, I just ponder about it and write down a prayer about it. I love writing down prayers, and that's not for everybody, but I feel like sometimes when I'm praying, I'll get sidetracked and start thinking about something else. Whenever I actually write down my prayers, it's like it forces me to be focused on this one thing, and I like feeling accomplished whenever I've finished a book of the Bible. And I love marking through my Bible because later on down the road I go through my Bible and I'm like, wow, I read that and I studied that. And whenever I flip through all that, it just makes me feel more accomplished, and it makes me feel like I went somewhere, I actually did something, because the Bible is so big. Sometimes it's like a daunting task to try to read through all of it, but for me, whenever I study one book at a time and I mark through it, it's easier for me to see my progress and how far I have come. I have moved forward with my studies of the Bible. But these were just my experiences with studying the Bible and reading through the Bible, but it's important to find what works for you. So one thing that comes along with finding how it works best for you to study the Bible is finding the right version for you A lot of people like to use multiple versions. I like to use multiple versions. I personally, if I'm just trying to read through a book, I like to read the NLT, but I'll refer back to the KJV or the ESV whenever I am trying to study it further. But when I'm just reading it, I'll go through the NLT because I find that really easy to understand. And but if you're looking for a version of the Bible that will fit you the best and that you think will make more sense to you, then a good thing to do is to go through the Bible app, and there's so many different versions on there, and you can just click a version and it's automatically on your phone. So before you spend like $40-50 on a Bible on a version you're not sure if you like, you might want to check the Bible app first to see which one you really like. But we are thinking about doing a video later explaining the different types of versions of the Bible and what's best for what, but just let us know if you would be interested in a video like that. Sometimes when you're trying to get into reading the Bible, it's easier to read a Bible study instead of reading the Bible, or reading a Bible study alongside with the Bible, because sometimes if you don't know what you're doing and you're just getting your feet wet, you can get confused. But fret not, because there are so many Bible studies out there that are there to help you get through your journey of reading the Bible. And if you get stuck on something, if you get confused, there are so many different Bible studies that you can choose from. So hit up lifeway.com. One thing that I really had to learn in my journey through reading the Bible is don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up if you have to miss a day. Don't beat yourself up if you read more yesterday than you got a chance to today. Because we're not trying to meet some type of quota, like you must read 2 chapters a day, you must spend 30 minutes reading your Bible every day. The Lord tells us to give Him our best, and if truthfully in a day you are so busy that you only have 10 minutes to read your Bible, God's not going to be like, I can't believe she only gave me 10 minutes today. He's going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that she came to me and is trying to further her relationship with me. It means so much because she is so busy. Yes, we should try to give God our best, but don't feel bad whenever it's only 10 minutes and that's truthfully all you can give that day. We wanted to be clear about this. Studying the Bible and praying are 2 different things, and studying the Bible does not replace your prayer time, and praying does not replace your studying of the Word. They are not the same thing, and they don't replace the other. Both are equally important. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment what your journey through reading the Bible is like, and if you have a different strategy, what works best for you, and what's your favorite version to actually read or to study or to bring to church. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this. We post every single Thursday, but if you forget that we post every Thursday, then hit the bell beside the subscribe button, which will give you notifications every time we post. Next week, the video is going to be about long-distance relationships, so that'll be a fun time. Look out for that. It'll be up a week from today. Bye, friends!